Oh, okay. So you guys got a plug, and I'm going to kind of show you how to find where the plug is. There's really, when you get a plug in your group head, it's sometimes it's time consuming, but I'm going to show you how you can find it really. Here's a group head that's similar to yours, and here is what we call, this is the valve that open closes, lets your water in. Now, to take this thing off, you could just unscrew this little nut right here, and there's a wire harness on this part of it. And what you do is you just take this off, and then slide this off with the wire harness and let it sit there. Now, as you'll see, you have two screws. Yours have Phillip heads on them, and we're going to show you what to do next. Okay, one thing I forgot to tell you is when you get started, make sure that you turn your water line off to your machine, turn your machine off, and have no pressure on your machine. Now, we have two holes right here. The water comes in here, goes to the group head here through this piece, which has two little O-rings. You must make sure that you don't lose those O-rings. Okay, now once you take this off, if you turn your water back on and you get a solid steady stream through this middle hole, then the plug is right here. Now, what happens is, if it starts to come out and dies so you don't have it, you have what we call a flow meter in there. And if you look at this flow meter, it's got a little pinhole right there in that, and if that plugs, you have to, the water line has to be off. You take your two lines off, take this off, or take this thing out of there, take this off and clean that thing. That might be where your problem is. It's the two spots. So that's one spot you can look at. And you can determine that if that water doesn't spray out really big through here. The next thing is you have a filter on top of your group head that when you take that out, there's a little filter in there that could be plugged. If this line's plugged, you just have to take a drill bit and drill it out there, and then you drill out through this small hole here up until you got both holes clean. And then when you put it back together, make sure your O-rings line up with these two holes so that you get water. People put them where they line up like this, well, it don't go anywhere. So make sure you line up these two holes, tighten it up, put it all back together. I hope this video helped.